And you're not Canadian originally, but you have found my home nation and fallen in love with it. That's something I said to you before we started recording, is that if I ever moved back to Canada from New York, the West Coast, like where you are, I always say Vancouver, which is on the mainland, but you're
Yeah.
on Victoria, which is slightly confusingly on Vancouver Island.
It's a great place to live, great place to raise kids.
So you're co-founder and CEO of Poolside, which was funded by or is funded by Redpoint Ventures. So you, for a couple of years, you worked at Redpoint in between GitHub and now founding Poolside, coming up on a year ago that you founded it. So not only are approaches like alpha geometry from DeepMind, but also the rumored Q-star algorithm from OpenAI.
So Q-star, what we know about Q-star, we have a lot of folks over at OpenAI, so we can fortunately kind of verify this. Q-star and our approach is actually very similar in a lot of ways. And like you can think about like deconstructing what Q-star has been rumored to be about, you can understand when we start talking about planning, when we start talking about like AlphaGo style, like deconstructions of semantic trees, which are basically lines of code inside there, what we're going to experiment with. This won't come up with, this is our version of research at Poolside. Autonomous code writing via these kind of like these folded structures. Like this is what we're doing.
That is absolutely fascinating. I didn't know that doing the research for this episode. And wow, I mean, this has turned out to be an extremely fascinating episode. Yeah. So if listeners want to hear more about Q Star, I talked about that